All right, so I generally can't watch the stream health or else I'm just going to get anxiety. It's been so bad. I do have on my OBS, I see how many dropped frames. Right now we're pretty much at a third of the frames are being dropped, which is pretty high. If I have good internet, it's like nothing, like 0.04, like 0.4% tops. Now we're at 40% drop frames. Okay, well, there's definitely going to be some lag today. I guess there's no denying that. Maybe it's a tad bit better than it has been. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I will be getting probably a second internet provider. So if one internet goes down, which will be, let's say, glass fiber, I could switch to DSL or something like that, like different internet provider and a different outlet. So that's going to be a bit of a little bit of a hack there, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, good morning. Welcome back here. It's at 9:03 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's December 18th. So here we go. Pre-market has been really tough. We had kind of a lot of tickers here, none of which I would say are really, really nice. Just kind of a lot of stuff that, makes me a little bit nervous. I've done over 10 trades today so far pre-market. I'm only up $35. Some trades I gave back over $200. Some trades I made over $200, and that's pretty much how all pre-market went. CNSP and CYTH are the two tickers I traded. CNSP, let's quickly talk about this one first. This one had a really nice move to the upside. First, we made this really strong move from 7 to around 7:20. Let's see, it happened in 19 minutes. I missed this whole move. And then eventually I tried to trade the first kind of pullback. Ideally, I wanted to trade here, right here. I missed that, and then it runs up 26%. I try the first pullback, don't get really lucky on my fill there. Do another average down, and then I couldn't take it pretty much like a $200 loss on this one. And then I'm over here, trading these pullbacks, which all kind of ended up working, but I kept on getting shaken out. After a big loser, sometimes you're like, okay, well, I can't have a second big loser. So the second you're red, you kind of cut the position. And that's kind of what was happening here. It's just a lot of kind of fumbling back and forth. When it's, in hindsight, it's so like, when we broke the high here, 425, getting really aggressive on this move was the best probably setup so far. And that's kind of where I made most of my money, right there on that big breakout, and then waiting for that pullback and then riding that as much as possible. That's really where I made the most money. But I think as we kept holding this VWAP zone, it should have been a big indicator that, man, this is the time to start accumulating here. There was kind of a lot of sell volume on these failed breakouts. I was kind of nervous about that. But once we started trending higher here, that should have been a big indicator to, boom, get aggressive. But, CNSP, like I said, I was, in the red on it quite a bit. And then, we just had this 16-17% flush. So it wasn't exactly confidence inspiring ticker. Now let's quickly go here to the watch list and see what's cracking. Oh yeah, by the way, if you guys have not checked out already, today we came out with a video. Oh yeah, it looks like a few of you guys already checked it out. We came out with a video for the ThinkorSwim app when it was not working, when we lost we had that huge $700 loss on Monday morning, and that was, I kind of dive in depth about what was going on with this ticker, why there was a glitch, and how to avoid it. But basically, in a nutshell, do not trade at 9:28 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, because trades get routed differently to the Nasdaq in terms of certain trades won't get executed anymore, and you can't cancel certain trades anymore, and it's just you're going to trip over yourself, and that's exactly what happened to me. So be very careful. If you want to learn more exactly about it, just go here to the recap video, okay, I can't speak right now. Go to the first pinned comment in this live stream. You'll see it right below, and you go right to my watch list. Like every single day, I post the watch list there. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about CNSP. US Biotech, 7 million float. That's really what I like about this ticker. Really, really nice float. There's been a lot of news about this company. Brain cancer drug candidate, FDA approval. They were on a call yesterday to discuss it for phase 2. The call will be, or no, they had the call scheduled yesterday. The call will be today, December 18th at 8:30. That was right around here. So I'm surprised there hasn't been, let's see if we see any news. This was at 8. No, there hasn't been any new news, so maybe the call is still ongoing, but it's a little hard to say. Anyway, that was the main ticker today that I was watching, and then we had quite a few kind of popping up here for a little bit. SQFT was another ticker, 10 million shares outstanding. This is a really new company. Let's quickly pull it up. SQFT pulled back over 50% since the open, 136% rally there. I don't know, this ticker's really shaky, not a lot of volume. I'm not super interested in it. Oh, James, that's a funny point. XELA, Excella, the ticker is my name backwards. You know what? I didn't even notice that. Yeah, it's true. It's a valid point. Good eye. We were talking in the chat room earlier today that today, or just the week before New Year's, it's always a little bit more choppy. There's a lot of tax harvesting where people are selling positions, specifically losses, selling their losses so you can write them off on your taxes. For example, if you make $100,000, you would have to pay taxes on $100,000, right? But then if you have losses, stock losses of, let's say, $10,000, you can take those $10,000, deduct it from your $100,000 income. Now you only have to pay taxes on $90,000, right? And it's like a really rough rule. Nice, Constantine. That sounds good. I hope it continues. Today would be the first day I don't have to call Vodafone yelling. It's exhausting. We got CYTH over here kind of crawling up. This was a ticker that kind of consistently has been in place number 1 for our lead gappers. Sorry, I had to do a few adjustments. US Biotech, 2 million float. That's really nice. There's been director insider buying. So the owner clearly believes it's going to go up, or one of the directors. A $12 new price target on this ticker. Let's actually quickly go to this one on FinViz really fast here. Let me just mute FinViz just in case they come out with some obnoxious video any second. Wow, videos galore. You know what? Maybe this is not where I saw it. Maybe it was in here. Here we go. Francis Patrick, a director, purchased 30,000 shares at $4.66. That's about $30,000 worth. Nice, Adrian and Tan. We've all been there, man. Just try to manage your risk now. If you're still trading, otherwise, know what your max loss is for the day. Try to take base hits and try to get back there into the green. Tyler, what's that? Selling pink sheets? All right, CYTH. How come they had a price target? Oh wait, hold on. Price target 12. Oh, they're offering. So their original offering was at 12, and then looks like it was moved to roughly 5. So it opened slightly undersubscribed. Yesterday was such a hot day. What I don't like about CYTH are these just kind of extremely insane flushes all the time. Not to mention, it's had quite a big move here, 140%, and then from there it gave back 40% from the pre-market highs. They're just all not tickers I'm really excited about today. So I don't know. For me, I'm going to try to be as kind of laid back as possible. We'll see how aggressive we get on some of these moves. 9:14 right now. So far the stream's going a little bit better. Looks like Pence got the corona vaccine, huh? I felt fine but tested positive for the coronavirus. Well, I guess that, yeah, it makes sense, right? You technically do have it. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Possible union at Amazon. This is probably Amazon's worst nightmare for former. But who knows? First article again, Vice Pence. There's one article, or let's see what's going on here. Man, Google's always getting super hard with EU regulations. 65 million from Robinhood was paid for SEC. That was crazy. Coca-Cola doing restructuring. Coinbase is IPOing. That's actually kind of surprising. I would have thought like Coinbase would have done like a ICO or something, initial coin offering or whatnot. Unfortunately, these numbers are just climbing. So vaccine gets out as fast as possible. Nice little pullback there on CYTH. Interesting, Justin. Thanks for that insight. What's that supposed to mean, Mike? We go live every day. But yeah, I mean, in terms of delay and dropped frames and all that fun stuff, I think we're fairly live. If I go here and check out the stream, let me see what you guys see. See, I usually never look at it because it's scary. 17:50, 18. Yeah, we're right on schedule. We're like 13 seconds behind real time right now, which is pretty good. That's like default mode. You're always behind. When you have the settings selected to 0, you're still going to be about 10 to 15 seconds behind. So right now there's more or less no delay, which is nice. Yeah, Mike, I get it. I guess it's doing all right now, but it could get worse any moment. All right, guys. So again, CYTH, CNSP are the two tickers I'm looking at. I'm a little bit maybe more optimistic with CYTH, but it's tough to say. Again, if you want the access to our watch list, it's always posted in that first pinned comment below the live stream, or you just go to tradejournal.co/Winkler, and then you always see kind of my latest activities here, which right here is the Friday one. It's always a little bit tricky trading a new company like CYTH. You don't have a lot of price action to base your trades off of. But director buying and that $12 price target is kind of nice. That 2 million float is pretty nice as well. So sky's the limit right now. Well, honestly, $12 is going to be a big psychological limit. So we'll see if we really bust through any of that. $8 is huge support. Looks like around 650 has been a bit of one of those key zones, 670 even. So let's keep an eye out for that. We only had one dip right below it on lower volume, and then we popped right back above it, and then we showed support, and then this thing had a nice little reversal there, 20%. So CYTH on the open is going to be definitely a hot one to be watching. Then CNSP is the next one I'm going to be watching very closely. With CNSP, we definitely have more price action here. We had that high at 4.5, and we're finding big support around 3.5. So we have huge support here. 4 is a psychological, very important zone, whole dollar, former support as well, and then 5. Even before 5, it looks like it gets a little bit heavy in this area, around 475. But as long as 3.5 holds on CNSP, we might have a good little upside here, at least 10% before we retest VWAP. So it could be kind of nice. If 3.5 breaks, maybe we're going to see a little bit more support come in around 325 or so for a red to green move. So far, so good, David. Right now, the SPY is slightly red. Man, I can't believe how much Bitcoin has run up lately. all-time high on the SPY yesterday at 372. Looks like it wants to maybe do a little bit of a support test at one point, somewhere around this 366 area. That's what I would be looking for. Such a strong move on Bitcoin. Last time we had one of these really good moves, we didn't really pull back more than 8%, kind of crazy. Eventually we did pull back a little bit later, but we're about like a 6% pullback. Big pop here for sure. Nice, David. 8K on Luggin. Whew, that's crazy. I wasn't even thinking about touching that company. Good work squeezing some profits out of it. CYTH still popping here. On the 5-minute, healthy little breakout. So far, come down. It's going better. We can get past the accounting fraud. I like that. I paid my bill. Yeah, maybe. Whoa, Mike coming in with the, what is that, a fox and a cup of coffee, man? I appreciate the support, man. Thanks for that. Nice little way to start a Friday. I like it. I like it. I'll put it to use. Maybe we can buy some more SPACs with it, because SPACs have been so hot lately. It's you know, I'm a little bit overwhelmed right now. There's so many good tickers lately that I want to go long on, and I don't even know which ones I want to pick. I kind of want to just pick them all. They're all so interesting. I don't know if you guys watched the last two videos we came out with on swing trades I'm looking at, but definitely check them out, guys, if you want to learn more about where we're looking at. All right, well, let's get ready here for the market open. It's another 4 minutes till things are going to get a little crazy. Woo. I don't know what it is, but I'm yawning like crazy. Let me grab my tea. It's got some anti-yawn stuff in there. I'll be right back. Saw that, Brandon. I apologize, man. That was kind of what I was scared of, to be honest. There's nothing like yawning on the live stream that really gets the haters going in the comments. God, I should have took a screenshot of that last comment. Something about being super unprofessional, yawning during my stream, yada yada. Like I blew up on me. Super true. Final countdown. 1AP Pro. Yeah, those. It's critical to change your time of force. Every time I do not change it, something kind of nasty happens where you try to place an order and you instantly get a rejection because your price is like too low or too high, which good tool order, a good tool cancel extended hours does not allow, but day does. No, Gab, I'm talking about the playback. The playback is where it gets a little bit more entertaining to read the comments. Oh, all right, guys. Another minute and a half here till the market opens. Like I said before, I'm nothing too crazy. I'm looking at, I do like CYTH the most and CNSP. I got CNSP on my chart right above. So I'll be switching around depending on, which ticker we jump in on. Now you know, David. Now you know. I think there's probably a little bit more professional channels out there. So if you do compare it, you might be like, what's going on here? How come everybody is so chill? CNSP watching it, and then CYTH. Let's see here. We got another 20 seconds before the market opens. CNSP could be a really good rip right out of the gates. It found a lot of support around 3.5. Both of these have really low floats, so I'm expecting a bit of a rocket activity. Nice fast rate of change. Good luck, everyone. Markets are opening slightly red, slightly green, besides the SPY. This could be a really good 5-minute setup on CYTH coming up here. Maybe a slight crack of 8 right around VWAP could be a really interesting take on this one. I probably would wait a little bit longer. 7.5 or so, maybe even entering before that. I don't know. CNSP, quick pullback here. We were talking about this one roughly in the 20s. Maybe the mid or low 30s. 1,000 shares ready to go. That's the funniest comment, 1AP Pro. I think everyone goes a little bit crazy when they look at charts too long at one point. So I don't blame Ross at all. That's hilarious. I do sometimes see him doing unusual things. CYTH found that support. This could be that 5-minute setup. Check out the 5-minute chart, guys, on CYTH. It looks really clean. Boom, there's the breakout. I'm not long this one. I'm watching CNSP. Was thinking about trading it if it breaks 4. Really nice move on CYTH. I'd like to see this at least to run till 9. Man, it's not, I'm not seeing those moves that really warrant confidence. Only clean bangers, it's, I don't know. In terms of the small cap world, it's not exactly something I'm super stoked about. CYTH is our lead gapper. We got BEAT kind of popping up here as well. Could be an interesting, wait, hold on. Let me see if it, let me look at the chart first. I don't know. It's a little bit of a slow mover. Not going to be watching it. Just based on dollar volume, I thought there might be some potential there. All right. Size here. Possible second fill on CYTH in the 60s. This is originally where we were talking about. Holding this area quite well. Second fill there at 67, full size. We have CNSP selling off a little bit. Taking some profits here on CYTH. Sold at 81. Right now it's at 84 for a second. CNSP selling off as well. CNSP getting a little closer to our deal target of the low 30s. I'm not sure if we're going to see it, just kind of watching it calmly. CYTH, I wonder if it's going to get some sort of red to green move at one point. Well, man, I have this kind of desire just to start talking about swing trades. Maybe we will if things don't pick up a little bit here. CNSP still selling off. Overall market looks like it's going a little bit more red. I'm not ready to jump on CNSP just yet. SQF halted up. I see it 56%. Oh wow, yeah, 13% then a halt. This one's a tricky one to trade, I thought. So I was trying to kind of avoid it a little bit. All these tickers have very light volume so far on the day. Nothing over 100 million yet. XELA, you got to kind of give this one some credit. Sub dollar, usually not trading these ones, but nice breakout, great pullback, 12% break from there. Really nice move. ATNF being called out by Corey. That was another one on our gappers this morning. Watching CNSP. Just a huge amount of buyers there. Like, this thing was not really cracking 30 like I was hoping it would. Yeah, pop right back to 39. Hey, that could have been a really good quick base hit right there. We're talking like 3% in just 30 seconds or so. I almost jumped on it, but kind of let that one slip through my fingers a little bit. Hopefully some of you guys got it. Maybe that's why I didn't sell so much. You guys were all snagging that one. Who knows? Yeah, a little 7% dip there. Stream's about 20 seconds behind. Thanks for the update, Sean. I don't know if Lint is German, but that's pretty good too. It's probably... I live fairly close to a chocolate house called Rausch Schokolade. It's in Mitte, and that's a really good one. I always get their Baumkuchen from there. It's really nice. CNSP, CYTH, a lot of selling. CNSP is selling off again. It's actually, CNSP is exactly where I originally wanted to buy it, but right now it's doing a second retest, and that's why I'm not buying it, because I don't like those second retests. I want to get that first one, that first pop. Everything after that, you know, it's a bit more uncertain. Oh, it actually would have worked out really well. So we got Surf on our watch list again. Surf had a really nice open. ANTF really trying to crack this area. I like the volume on this ticker, or the price action. It's actually looking somewhat tradable. USA Biotech 4 million float. This one's a really... we were looking at it earlier. Huge bottom bounce here on this ticker. Sissyfoot's still the spot. It's a good spot for sure. You can't deny that. Oh, I don't know. Many accidents, Robert. Many accidents. So, not really good answer for that one. CNSP trying to break back above the 9 EMA. So far, this ticker has only been going in one direction since pretty much 8 o'clock. So, and we already had a flush at the open. So you want to be a little bit careful buying a ticker trending below VWAP that's trying to break higher, because you could just be getting, you know, set up for a bit of a flush. Nice move though, 380, 348. Trying to crack it. The 5-minute actually looks much better because on the 5-minute, we're having a solid 5-minute breakout. That's really what I like to see. I wonder if we'll get a nice pullback here, 1-minute pullback. ATNF breaking out. All these tickers are pretty much the same price. It's really nice. CYTH still selling off. Bigger support around 7. It's hard to say how low this ticker is going to go, but right now, you know, this is more or less dip trading. NXTD being called out. Nice move there on NXTD. Third big green day, potentially kind of fourth big green day in a way. I think my problem is I'm not getting one of those tickers that, you know, it's making a really solid continuous uptrend where there's a lot of good buying opportunity and then selling into quick rips. Right now it's a bit more like, you know, let's see if I can maybe get away with buying some of these dips and, you know, scalping some upside or, I don't know, trading the range maybe a little bit. So SQFT is actually still halted here. CURO is making a pretty nice progress. I'm not a big fan of the tickers just constantly getting halted though. Yeah, I feel you, Robert. When sometimes you get stuck in a few losses and you're under the pattern day trader rule, sometimes you're like, you know what, this time I'm going to be a little bit more cautious, and then boom, you know, it's like that's the one that would have worked. CNSP, whew, that's a shaky one. That'd be freaking. Overall, our swing trades are doing pretty all right. EVs are up quite nice. Let's go with the biggest market cap, Tesla. Tesla is just an absolute beast here. CNSP selling off, not a big surprise, I would argue, since we had that flush that we were talking about before. It's always why we're looking at past performance. SQFT opened up and then got halted right away again. Wow, 20% move right there. Congrats to anyone riding this one, but you know, hopefully you guys are able to take profits at one point. Checking out AIV, delisting move. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah. Yeah, we looked at that ticker earlier this week. I can't believe you're trading LK, NC, CY, Luck and Coffee. Little blast from the past, 130%. Huge resistance here, but You never know what a ticker like this is going to do. CYTH, one of our favorite tickers today, kind of slowly finding a bottom potentially. It was a pretty strong sell-off though, about 15% from the open. CNSP is about 10% from the open, so it actually sounds a little bit better. Oh. Ooh, wow, ATNF. Nasty, nasty move right there. Can't really have too much faith in a ticker like ATNF that's doing a bit of a bottom bounce, not exactly the fastest mover, and then just, slowly approaching resistance. I mean, a company like this is loaded with people trying to unload into any sort of spike. CYTH selling off. It just hit the sevens, or the sixes. Whoa, big candle, 7% pop back to the upside. CNSP, I wonder if it's on a bit of a downtrend right now. Ideally looking for this ticker to go back above the 90 EMA. CYTH struggling here to bounce back off the lows. Remember, right now, CYTH and CNSP are not just decent percentage gainers, but they're the lead gappers because they have the most volume on them today. That's what traders are looking for. Based on the price action, CNSP is looking a bit healthier. USA Biotechs, 7 million float. They had the call this morning at 8:30 with the FDA to discuss phase 2 trial news. So CNSP could be coming out with some updated news fairly shortly here. Risky tickers. Risky dippers. Ever since I've been in Berlin, I feel like I'm trading in a dark closet. At least when I look at the video, it doesn't feel like that on the actual reality, but the video for sure. SQFT resumed. 007 is saying. Who's in this ticker? That spread is massive. I really like how CURO has that really fast rate of change. And we're talking about like 15% plus in one candle. That's really nice on that ticker. CNSP now dipping off. Did not hope we would see this one sell off like that. It's a bit disappointing. Huge resistance here. Let's see if we can break through that and run to around 17. CNSP down about 13% from the open. I didn't have the highest hope that we were going to break past VWAP on CNSP, but I really wanted to see that because then this ticker would have been a little bit more, you know, filled with opportunity. Right now, you know, it depends. Like, do you want to start doing some dip trades on the way down? I mean, there's definitely a few opportunities there. You just got to be quick on it. There's a few factors, Robert. What my problem with CNSP is that the flush here was just a bit of a, you know, a failed breakout, and that kind of started the trend ever since the market opened. Then we tried to break out here again, failed breakout. We tried to break out higher here, it held for a second, and then it dipped again. Then we started being on the backside of the move kind of again. Right here, failed breakout, kind of a flush again. Each flush, let's see, that was a 9% one, 8%, 8 to 9% dips. I don't know, to me it's just kind of signaling a little bit this thing's selling off, so it's not as interesting anymore. I don't know if we're gonna do another, you know, 8-9% sell off right now. Wow, today's a really, really slow day. It was not just slow pre-market, but, you know, market open also. CURO failed to hold those highs at 16, now halted on the way down. I'd want to see this thing hold at the open, and then, you know, maybe have that possibility to spike right back up. I think we were talking about MREO. Yeah, okay, we were. UK Biotech, 21 million float, collaboration license agreement. Big move here on MREO. I'm actually surprised this one has not been halted yet. 18%, 10% in the last two candles alone. Only clean bangers. Yeah, the crypto exchanges they're not very nice for trading. Corey says snooze fest. It's an absolute snooze fest out here right now. Yeah, I might hold. I'm not long any ticker right now in the day trading account. Suzuki. CNSP looks like it's about to make a new low. Yeah, we're looking for the pre-market gappers, Beat Street. And then we kind of adjust from there, whatever takes over. MREO is a really nasty long-term play. Finally breaking, though, from this huge resistance it's been in. It's above 180-day moving average. 3.5 is big resistance here, so that's going to be a point of concern. But if we can break 3.5, we could probably run this fairly quickly to around 4, maybe even a break of 4. So this was definitely the one to be watching right now. MREO was pretty much snoozing the whole entire market open. So it's snoozing in a way where it was just untradeable. It didn't have like that really nice continuation. It had very light volume. Then 7 a.m. open. It was just very hectic. I never felt comfortable trading MREO. It looks like it really is just finally waking up now. Let's see what kind of continuation we get out of this ticker. No, I haven't checked out BLNK today. I haven't really checked out any of the EV tickers so much. We did for like a very short second, but I don't remember seeing BLNK. I'm not a fan of swing trading Biotechs. Wow, MREO, another nice pop there. This could get halted again. 3-4 was that critical spot, guys. Remember we were talking about that. $3.5. I would like to see MREO go to 4. Markets are fairly red, but that's fine. Wow, yikes, Mark. Congrats, man. That's a clean freaking Friday. That's a clean trade. $3.5 is really holding okay, I gotta say. $10. MREO is kind of coming up with volume a little bit. 350 getting chipped. Boom! Woo! To meet, I'm not comfortable buying these areas. That's why I'm not trading this one right now. Yeah, Jonathan, I do kind of agree with that. Quick hit to 29. Let's see if 29 holds. If it doesn't hold, it could be maybe one more sell-off. 27 holding. Oh yeah, 26 got some buyers there. CNSP above the 9 EMA, but very light volume. Sticker's just kind of selling off right now. Yeah, 25 seems to be holding pretty well. Not sure if it's going to dip again from there. At least, maybe it's going to do another kind of closer to VWAP area. 5%, that's not too bad. Yeah, Mark, you're probably right on that one. CNSP just dipped. Broke a key area at 311, right now at 307. MREO is having a really hard time for a continuation. CNSP now down 18% from the open and down 33% from the pre-market highs. SQFT actually found a really good bottom there at 6.5. Good little pop there to the upside. Man, we're getting such kind of fickly moves where the ticker just kind of gets halted a lot. There's not a lot of volume. The spreads are huge. Not a really day that I'm super stoked about, trading. So that's why I'm not jumping on anything at the moment. CRU, CURO. Nice little MREO pop. What's up, Science Tracy? That's fun. We might just start talking about swing trades here in a little bit. Overall, our swing trade account is pretty much back at break even. I do want to maybe buy another swing today. There's so many interesting plays to be looking at. BFT has been one that I've been kind of thinking about going long on. I would have originally wanted a little bit more support or a little bit more selling off to come in and then get better support around 13, but we're not really diving into that area too much, and looks like now we're actually having a bit of buy volume really infiltrating BFT, so I might actually go long BFT fairly soon here with our swing trading portfolio. Nice little rounded bottom you can kind of see here on BFT. Looking good. Getting a little bit top heavy here. I wouldn't probably buy in this area, but like I said, I probably would wait. Maybe even low 14s I would consider buying, but ideally I was waiting for something in the 13s. MREO popping back up here. Like to see this action, like that breakout volume as well. CNSP still selling off. Surprisingly decent volume on that ticker. Yeah, Michael, I feel you on that one too. TCCF, that's another swing trade I'm looking at. Man, yeah, I might really be done here with... Yeah, good pullback there to 20, already up 7%. May have slept just like one day too long on this ticker. A lot of these moves, I was waiting, you know, I don't know if I'm getting a little bit too conservative on it. It's one of those tickers that, you know, you'd be so upset with when it's like past 30 and you're like, wow, you know, I had the option to buy it at 20. All right, let's give a little bit more time here to day trading. Am I muted? The mic isn't muted. So I hear. I'm not sure. If you guys aren't hearing me, let me know though. Nice, Michael. All right, sounds good. Nice, okay, thanks for that update, guys. CURO making a bit of a rounded bottom here. I would not be surprised if it cracked VWAP for at least a bit. I'm not sure if it would hold, but right now it's gaining a little bit of momentum. Volume's light, but trend is nice. Yeah, having a hard time here. I'm not buying it myself, but I feel like another ticker on another day, I would be trading this move. I like the little yet at the end, Corey. Right, I feel you on that. Happens to all of us. Sometimes I'll be like, man, you know, the first ticker I was looking at today, if I just only traded that ticker, it would have been, you know, a really good day. MREO could be setting up a really good 5 minutes, but, you know, 3-2, I don't know. SQFT, a little bit closer to 740 actually would consider. I'm not a huge fan of this first possible move. Although this is a classic pullback entry. See, it's just like the classic entries today, I'm not convinced of. I don't really like the tickers too much. I don't like how they move. So I feel like I'm not buying those typical obvious setups. This time on SQFT, it would have actually worked phenomenally. That was a 14% move right there. So yeah. Yeah, wasn't really for me. Not even sure what we're up or down today on. CYTH, guys, a little bit of bottom area. Looks like it found. Put a limit order here just in case. Oops, wrong account. Whoops. Don't think we're gonna get a buy on that one though. I like this little bit of a pop here on a lead gapper. Not sure if it's gonna amount to anything. It's not a bad move though. A 9 for 10, almost 10% move on CYTH. Nice move on SQFT. MREO just flushed a little bit here. Yeah, guys, today's really not a day for day trading. I don't know. We could try to just get super aggressive on SQFT in this area and just kind of hope for the best. But I feel like beyond that, I don't know. Nice move though on it. 180% run, and then it pulled back around 50%. Now it's back here about 130% run. So just really aggressive ticker, huh? I just watched a video on that, Pablo. SQFT trying here. What's up, Esmel? I think in like 5 minutes or so, I'll do a little bit of a midday recap and then, or maybe talk about swing trades first. I don't know, maybe midday recap first. Either way, what I want to talk about is I got to find the next best swing trade to enter. I got, one more size I could throw in my swing trade portfolio. I think we got some great picks, so I just got to figure out which one I want to go long on. Nice, Omar. I know that feeling. CYTH might break the 9 EMA here for a second. I'll throw it on the list for sure. Video comments. Here we go. DOYU. Oh, CURO back above VWAP. Man, that's not too shabby. Technically, CYTH is having a perfect 9 EMA pullback right now, but we are below VWAP. CYTH looking to at least retest those highs. SQFT is definitely enticing to want to trade, but the float or the spread on it is fairly nasty. So, you know, you're taking a little bit of risk here, especially if you're trading breakout. Right now, a 5-minute setup would look a little bit better, close to 8. So that would be putting me off on that trade a little bit. I wonder if CYTH is going to hit VWAP. It's really trying. It might even go to 7.5. What is DOU? OYU. Bigger supporter 12. Chinese internet content information company. 4 billion market cap, 315 float. Recent deal to buy it. I really don't like swing trading. Not non-hot sectors. I don't know. This could be a hot sector. I just don't know anything about this company. I feel like a lack of confidence behind this one, so I wouldn't be able to hold it through the hard times. Live streaming in China provides interactive. I mean, that's a pretty hot sector. This one connects developers and publishers. Esports teams. Yeah, I mean, this is big stuff. Wuhan, China. Well, we all know Wuhan now, don't we? Is it a Ross pump and dump? I don't think anything is a Ross pump and dump, to be honest with you guys. I think these tickers fly regardless if Ross trades or not. There's a lot of people trading, but it does have a catchy name to it. There goes CYTH. Maybe the rest of the move is going to be to 7.5. I don't know. To me, I think I'm going to be done with day trading here today. I'm going to remove my limit order on CYTH. I had something a little bit closer to 677, kind of really losing a lot of enthusiasm here. So let's go ahead and wrap things up here a little bit. So we're entering the day, drum roll. Well, that was a little premature. At $172 profit. You know what? I will take it. Yesterday, I lost $60, but the day before that, we made $900. So today we're up 170. It's been an okay week. I'm not gonna say this lie. It was a very volatile week for me. I mean, we started Monday losing $1,000 because of the TD Ameritrade Nasdaq issue rule that we were not really fully aware of. That at 9:28, there's orders that don't go through anymore, and if you cancel it, it voids other orders that should be going through. It was a disaster. We made back all that money, and I think we're ending this week up. I don't know, like. Let's calculate here. Let's do a little bit of calculations. What do you guys think? Stats. So we're ending the this week and this month so far plus $172. So $5,500, actually $5,610. That's not too bad. This week though, was the hectic one. So this week we're only ending here at $500 profit plus what we did today. So yeah, $700 profit. It's an okay week. I mean, I'm not complaining about $700. That's like, 700. Well, no. What is that? That's like 120 something almost a day. A little bit more, 140, 130 something. That's okay. It was a slippery month, and what was good, a little fun fact here that I just learned myself is, you guys probably remember, this was a $700 loss. I was on the phone with 3 different people over 4 days, and eventually I reached one person that was willing to give me a little bit of my money back. So it went from a $700 loss to a $500 loss. Still, it was an absolute disaster. So that was really what kind of put us back this week. Not to mention huge internet problems where I stopped trading pretty much at the market open. It was so bad. I couldn't trade and I couldn't stream. For the fact that we fought against every freaking possible thing, I felt like the universe was against me this week in terms of trading. So, I'm happy. There's really not a lot to talk about with CYTH or CNSP, but I'll review them anyway for anyone that's watching the playback. CYTH is the one we're up the most on. It could have easily been a red day today. It's just like, that's why I'm super not excited about talking about this. 2 million float, US Biotech. They had director buying, price target of 12, 8 million market cap. Kind of nice, nice. That's pretty much all it was. You could just see here, pre-market flushes, chop, everything. We didn't reach the $12 price target. It was just all over the place. If you were getting aggressive buying breakouts here, you would have, got skunked. We did a nice red to green move here. That's really where I made most of my money. The rest of this, I just didn't trade at all. CYTH could be a little good buy here at 670. I wonder if it's going to reach that area any second. Also, new ticker, it's hard to kind of predict these. There's not a lot of price action to work off of, so you want to be a little bit more careful. The next ticker is CNSP. Second lead gapper, USA Biotech. This one was with the phone call that was with the FDA, phase 2 trial, pending approval for the brain cancer drug, which sounds really, really good. Hopefully that works out. 7 million float. So this one, just like the CYTH, had that spikeability, right? CNSP was a bit bigger of a company. But what I liked about CNSP is the fact that we were forming a rounded bottom here and we were holding our highs. And that was looking really good. And then I was like, okay, well, I don't want to trade this because at the open there was a flush here. I don't like that. To me, as we were approaching this shoulder, I felt like there was going to be another flush, and that's what happened. That's why I didn't trade this. That voided this trade for me. But then I was like, okay, well, whatever. It flushed, and now it looks like we're continuing the backside of the move. I'm going to be worried about another flush. That's why I didn't trade this move here. What I was hoping, even though I felt like we were going to sell off, I was hoping we would actually break through VWAP and maybe we would see some continuation. We would see some volume come in, and then boom, we could get aggressive on CNSP. Never happened, so I never traded it again. So yeah. I don't know. All the other tickers today, I was just really not too excited about. Thanks, Velocity. Just saw your message. Appreciate that. Yeah. So, and Jonathan, I do appreciate that. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up there. So let's talk about some swing trades. I want to put a few on the radar here if you guys have not been looking at them. Let's quickly go to our swing trade portfolio to begin with. Right now we're down $30 on our swing trade portfolio. We're pretty much back to break even. We were down like $500 on the swing trade portfolio because ADT sold off again, and then HYLN had a huge sell-off. They went to like 15 and we're long at 17. So that was a big sell-off. LAZR right now is the one that's, being a bit of a sandbagger. Which is unfortunate because I don't know if you guys remember me talking about this. We accumulated LAZR here at 28, and I was like, I don't like the fact that the sell volume is increasing, so I'm going to sell LAZR. And then we had this big spike here to the upside at 30 at market open. That was my target to sell, and I forgot. I was too focused on other things. And then guess what happens? This thing dips up 30% or like 28% or something like that. So I had the right idea. I just didn't execute my idea. So we could be up right now on LAZR like 20% just by taking profits and then rebuying. Oh well, it is what it is. So yeah. The one thing that would have maybe not worked is, since this account is fully allocated, I would have sold and then we would have only been able to buy back 2 days later. So that would have been a buyback of roughly $25. So technically we would only be up like 6% or so. Nice, Mark. 4,320 bucks on the day, man. That is beautiful. Congrats, man. Don't worry, Rick. Think about long term. Think long term. You got plenty of days ahead of you. There's no need to rush into anything. You'll get there soon enough. We've had a whole 2 months where I was like totally break even. I was up like 400 bucks at the end of the 2 months. That was when we were still in the challenge account. Let me check out MERO. You guys are kind of talking about that one right now. I feel like there's a big green candle. Oh yeah, there is. Oh yeah, MREO. Wow. Sweet move there. I like that consolidation we saw, and then we started, popping back above VWAP, holding the highs here. Omar, I don't have HCAC for a long time, for weeks. This is actually a ticker I'm looking to buy back. We sold HCAC. Where did we sell this one? I think we sold it here at... I forgot. Unfortunately, the chart's not showing it. But we sold it somewhere here in November. Kind of like November 20th or something like that. Somewhere in this area. I think it was near 11. Or maybe, no, it was 11.5. I think it was in this chop. Yeah, so I sold it, unfortunately. We had a great price on HCAC. Great price. So I'm looking to buy back HCAC. Let's talk about some other tickers that you guys shed my eyes on here a little bit. Square. This is a company that I probably wouldn't be buying in my swing trade portfolio, but I think I would be accumulating pretty much on a weekly basis or a monthly basis in my investment portfolio. Square is a pretty good company. I've always liked it for a really long time. Ever since I lived in New York City and I first saw my first Square application being used in retail, I was like, wow, this is a nice app. And then I was like, Jack Dorsey started it. And then I was like, okay, well, I like this company. Probably very biased, but I actually never ended up accumulating Square. So that was a big mistake of mine. I should have just started buying it every week years ago. That would have been beautiful. Yeah, Pablo, always a good idea. DOUY, we talked about this one a little bit earlier. It seems like it's in a hot sector, but I'm not sure if I could swing trade a Chinese company unless I really knew a lot about it. I feel like there's a lot of compliance issues right now coming up with the Nasdaq. They're forcing these companies to do quite a bit of normal stuff, but I'm not sure where that might affect how these companies are listed. So I don't know. I don't have that big confidence behind some of the Chinese listed stocks. JMIA, this is a really interesting ticker that I was kind of looking at. A German internet retail company, but it's actually kind of like the African Amazon. We were talking about this yesterday, so I don't want to dive into any of these tickers too much. BFT, though, is really the company, the SPAC behind the PaySafe, getting PaySafe public. I really like this one. So BFT is up there with HCAC, and I think both of these companies I would really like to go long on. Palantir for me is overextended, and NIO is too shady. So I'm not too interested in either one of those tickers at the moment. Maybe at one point. BFT, I still think $14 is a great acquisition, but like I said earlier today, I was really hoping that they would sell off a little bit more. Yeah, my goal was to buy this in the low 13s. We dipped it roughly to 13.5. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy here, but something tells me I'm going to regret this one if I don't buy it. It's a little bit of a tough decision right now. I think if BFT really gathers momentum and it breaks to 15, I'm going to start buying any sort of pullback back to 14.5. I think that's what I'll do with BFT. I don't know. And just hope that it doesn't do that. We'll see. Let me see PLTR. I don't know. This is another company that I have a hard time getting behind. It doesn't mean it's a bad buy, guys. Just because something doesn't fit my criteria doesn't mean it's a bad trade or an investment or swing trade or whatever. It just means that it's not really something that I feel comfortable getting behind. So I've kind of been putting PLTR a little bit on the back burner. I don't know, for better or worse. Who knows how I would have traded this one. It seems like you couldn't really go wrong on a swing trade with PLTR. Big question is if we break back above 30 and then have another parabolic run. Could happen. Would not be a surprise, but not really for me. Yeah, XPEV, the Chinese kind of Tesla in a way. I missed out on XPEV. I was really conservative on this ticker. I was constantly waiting for a move below 17. I was ready to accumulate this in the 16s, and then it just shot off without me. Once we had this first big move to the upside, I should have been accumulating here in the 30s, 100%. And the whole thing kind of snuck by me, so that was a little bit unfortunate. I think XPEV could be a good price. I wouldn't be super nervous about accumulating XPEV near the lows and then just kind of hoping for the best. Even maybe a consideration for a long-term account. Plug. Man, oh man. Every time I talk about Plug, I feel like I'm way too pessimistic on this company, and then it just constantly performs much better than I expected. Not that I don't like the company, I just always thought it was a bit overextended, which it might totally be, but yeah, no real thoughts on this ticker at the moment. I would have to do my due diligence again. I would have to reevaluate it, but just kind of looking at it quickly, it still feels overextended. We had a big crack of momentum here, and then we had like kind of a spike, but no volume has been, pushing these highs, and right now it could be a little bit of desperate buying. I'd be very nervous for Plug to do an offering or something like this in this price, and I feel like they should to raise more capital if they want to, be competitive in this market. I mean, you have companies like Tesla and Apple also raising capital left and right, doing offerings. So you got to be competitive, and I don't know. I feel like short term, maybe there's something I'm overlooking with Plug. AMC, I'm a bit done with AMC at the moment. We got a little burnt on it. I did like it. I think overall I'm net positive on AMC, but I don't like the fact that it's, any news, there could be some bankruptcy stuff coming out, or any day. Let's pull up NIO. Nice, Omar. That's funny. Thoughts on SPE? No real thoughts. Let me check that out. Let me put it on the list. With NIO, man, honestly, all right. Let me just be straightforward, because I get asked these same tickers over and over again. And a lot of these tickers, they had phenomenal runs. I'm not saying they're not going to keep going up, but right now what I'm looking for is sectors that haven't really had those runs yet. A lot of sometimes there's SPACs that haven't really took off yet. Maybe they're new SPACs or whatnot. That's really where BFT kind of comes in. This is kind of a huge competitor with Paysafe is a big competitor with PayPal, and they're really hot in the gaming sector. So they do a lot of processing for like DraftKings and Twitch. And BFT is a SPAC that's going to be taking them public. A lot of these SPACs have been going up 200-300%. BFT hasn't really had that move yet, right? We're only up 50% from this original kind of $10 area where BFT originally kind of IPO'd. So, you know, when I look like at a company like BFT, I'm like, okay, what's the downside? Well, maybe we're going to see this $11 area again. Maybe that's like an 18-20% sell-off. Okay, that's not like that big of a deal. I could average down. But what's the upside? You know, this thing could run to $60 fairly quickly. So I feel like there's more upside on a ticker like BFT, while NIO, I mean, this is a huge company at this point in terms of what they're producing and their stock price ratio in my eyes. So to me, NIO, I'm like, wow, this one had a huge run. Yeah, I definitely missed out on a lot of it, 2,500%. But, you know, it's much harder for this company to go from $50 to $100, right? So to me, there's more downside risk than upside potential on a ticker like NIO. Volume's fading as well. So that's why a ticker like NIO, yeah, I actually do like the company and whatnot, but as a stock price and a stock in general, I feel like there's better opportunities out there, right? And that's why I'm a little bit like, I don't want to sound overly pessimistic on these tickers, but at the same time, it's just like, I think there's better short-term picks out there right now. Wink. That's weird. I can't even pronounce that, Chad. SSPK is one of those SPACs that we're long. So that's a classic example. SSPK is a cannabis SPAC, right? And they are buying WM Holdings, which is strong in the IT sector, or they do a lot of the IT for these grow houses. So this is a story that, you know, it's a little bit easier to get behind. It's a new company, a lot of volatility on a move like this. So I do like SSPK. SBE was that ticker we were looking at. Switchbox Energy, SBE. You know what? I don't know if I've looked at this one before, SBE. Well, we have looked at it before, but I don't necessarily remember what my thoughts were on this ticker. Blink Charging signs deal with Auto Giants Black EV incentives by acquisition jump. Switchback Acquisition Corp. This is another SPAC. I think for a SPAC, this might be a little bit overextended short term. Really good move though. It hasn't had the merger yet. When's the merger come up? Change Point to become a public company. Charge Point to become a public company. Short squeeze candidate. This is definitely a company that I'd want to keep on my radar, SBE. Right now, I don't think I would go long it. This looks like a little bit of a dead cat bounce. I would wait for a little bit better price action, maybe something around the 20s, something around the 188 moving average even. But yeah, this looks pretty good. This could even be an ascending triangle with a potential breakout at one point. I'm not sure, but I'll keep an eye on SBE for sure. Got to do my due diligence on it. BCRX. Pharmaceuticals. Nice move here. I think we were day trading this company. I typically don't swing trade Biotechs. I swing traded BioNTech. I swing traded CureVac. That was a really good one. I'm investing long term in Pfizer. That's been really good. But Biotechs aren't my favorite to swing trade in because I just don't know a lot about Biotechs. I feel like it's a total crapshoot for me. But yeah, I mean, heck of a move here, and could keep going. I have no idea, but it's not really for me. I'd rather trade or swing trade a hot sector, not a biotech. Yeah. But again, does not mean it's not good. So just, keep that in mind. Everyone has specific trading criteriums, and sometimes some tickers you guys call out might be really good, but they just don't fall into my criteria. TRIT, that's a good question. Let's see here. TriTech, let me pull this one up. First catalyst. Legal firm investigating, company based in Singapore, operates a fintech, operates creative, company operates creative, company, and they was commodity traders, security. Sounds interesting. Free my grandma says, basically he's saying we're looking for fresh meat. Yeah, that's true. That's exactly it. This is a really cool graphics. This is a very new company. I don't know. I have no thoughts on this company. I've never seen it before. Looks like they just had a huge sell-off with those legal investigations. I would say if you like this company, if you generally believe in it, I don't know, maybe you have, the director or something like that, if you know the inside of the game on TRIT a little bit better, and you think that right now it's a lot of fear selling because of this investigation, which sometimes happens, right now there, could be technically a huge upside. Yeah, and here's a huge problem. Look at this one. Customer owing 1.7 million files for bankruptcy. That's not good at all. So, I mean, a company this size, TRIT, what is the company size? 600. Okay, well, that's not too bad for a company like this size. But, yeah, still, I don't know. I don't know enough about this company, but based on the price action, it's a bit of a crapshoot. We got to wrap it up here. So I'll just quickly talk about one more company and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Don't forget, guys, if you're totally new here and want to learn more about day trading and swing trading, check out that first link in the video description below, Foundation Video Series. You can get access to that all on tradejournal.co/connect. We got our sponsors here, 4 free stocks at Webull and Yoda Savings Bank, where you can get a chance to win $10 million with a lottery-based savings systems, which is actually a really good savings rate. I did a whole video on that, and the Discord group and all that fun stuff. So just a little bit of a refresher there to anyone that's new. Let's go ahead and talk about NBAC. Let's talk about this one. And don't worry, guys, I'm going to be timestamping the crap out of this video. I always timestamp all my videos, my live streams afterwards. Just give me like 2 hours or so. Because afterwards I can yeah, it takes a little bit of time because first the video has to render and it's not an automatic thing. Okay, NBAC, but yeah, once a video is timestamped, then you guys can quickly scroll through any sections that you guys want. And a lot of these swing trades that we're going to be talking or that we talked about, I'll make sure that it's timestamped so you could go, let's say, right to the NEO one or whatnot. NBAC Acquisition Corp. Chinese Acquisition Corp. This is getting interesting. 116 million market cap, no float on this one. That's totally fine. I wonder what kind of industry they're going to be going into. I think with SPACs, guys, a really, really simple way to do it, and this is why I liked KCAC, that turns into QuantumScape. I really like HCAC. I like to focus on the board. If it has a good team behind it, a lot of maybe big names with a good track record, that's what I would be looking for. And then if you can accumulate SPACs at low prices, that's been a very profitable trading strategy lately. So look at the board. If you like the board, I would be going long on any sort of consolidation near I don't know, between $10 and $15 seems to be the sweet spot. It's so rare that you can just throw out a price target like that on companies lately. But with SPACs, it's almost always the case. So I don't know anything about NBAC. but I gotta say, holding the price very well, and this one could be the next runner. I'm gonna actually go ahead and do my due diligence on this company so I know more for it later. NBAC, boom, put it on the list here. It does look pretty good. So far so good. Again, like I said, I would want to check out the board of directors a little bit more, see what the company's up to, and then see what the company's up to that they're looking to merge with. But I like this space they're in for sure. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap it up here. What a slow trading day today, huh? But it's kind of nice that we were able to spend a little bit more time talking about swing trades. If you're a short-term investor, Quran, definitely check out more SPACs. Whew, what a day today. I gotta really catch my breath. That was just a lot of talking. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in, man. This was a fun day. This was a kind of a slow trading day, but it was nice. I feel like it was nice just because the stream wasn't buffering like crazy. So I hope you guys have similar feelings. If you guys did enjoy the stream, don't forget to hit that like button on the way out, and don't forget to subscribe if you're totally new. Would love to see you guys again. I think we had quite a bit of new faces in here, so welcome to everyone that's new. Yeah, I'm here, David. I'm here. I think we're like, what, 20 seconds delayed or something like that, so it's a little bit weird. Let's see. It's... Yeah, I can't even really tell. My 49.50 in the... Yeah, 20 seconds delayed. Just about. Nice. We almost had no issues today. That's really sweet. Thanks again, Mike, for the donations. I really do appreciate that. Tell us how you really feel. Thanks to Final Countdown. I really do appreciate that. Mika, not Mika, oh my god, I can't believe I said that again. Micah, don't forget to throw some more information in the Discord. I would love to kind of see your thoughts on that. Yeah, CURO, this was a nice one. Well, actually, it wasn't really that nice. It was, it had opportunity to become a nice one after the rounded bottom that we were looking at right somewhere in, I think it was in this area, and then it failed here a few times, and I was kind of cautious above it. Nice break, though, 30%. A lot of late day movers. That's kind of how it's been lately. SQFT, 0, yeah. All right, guys, take care. I'll see you next time. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Make some awesome trades. And stay quarantining. Happy quarantine, guys. Don't do anything too silly. All right, guys. Peace out.